speaking freely. So the district talks a lot about diversity, yet I see no evidence that students' true selves have been factored into these plans, specifically students entering comics over the next 3 years. This is concerning because 4 times over the last 2 years, I've sent the board and superintendent emails discussing the issues of diversity, equity, and inclusion here in Mamaroneck. Each time I felt ignored. I mention this because inherently changes like this are tremendously affected and impacted by issues of race, diversity, which I don't see accounted for in the plans, or any of the issues that we've discussed this evening, particularly talking about how students learn, how students interact with each other, how students think about the relationships between each other, which in a lot of cases these students have not had exposure to in previous years before getting to comics. We've also heard a lot about social and emotional supports, and I find that interesting because just before the holiday break in December, my daughter was called a nigger by a white boy in an after-school club at the Homics. It took 30 days to finally meet with the principal, my wife and I, and when we did meet with her, she literally asked us why we were meeting because she thought the issue had been resolved. It turns out that the only parents that she, the assistant principal, and the counselor in charge of the club had met with, the only parents that is, was the parents of the white boy. Talk about social and emotional supports. No counseling was offered to my daughter. I'm going to finish, thank you. The other 2 black students who were called this horrendous word, same situation, no counseling. No mediation was provided for these students involved so that they could work through this issue, all while they continued to attend the same after-school club. The team, talk about working together as a team and the team knowing what's happening. When we talked to the team the week previous, when we had a conversation with them about how our daughter was doing, again, she had all of the team members, no one knew what had happened. None of the 3 black children and their parents had been met with, yet when we did meet with the principal, we were told that the issue had already been resolved. So didn't meet with the black parents, yet the issue is behind us. It would seem logical that the district would leverage the knowledge of the teachers, staff, and proposing any changes. The principal mentioned valuing teachers and staff, yet based on the presentation of the principal, it seems as though, thank you very much, I appreciate that. In fact, most of what I see appears to be a foregone conclusion with cursory input for teachers and instance, which just kind of seems like what will advisory look like. It doesn't seem like there was any input by teachers, staff, parents before we got here, which seems like something you would want to do before you begin this process. I noticed a posting recently for a director of student services, yet we've heard no commentary this evening about how such a position will actually be used. And additionally, teaching with various blocks of time requires professional development and buy-in from teachers. In general, there seems like a concerning lack of transparency and lack of communication, which to me just feels quite disingenuous. Thank you.